What is the kind of seller account you should apply for before you think of selling on e-commerce such as Amazon, Noon or Carrefour? Can you actually sell on Amazon without obtaining a valid trade license in the UAE? The products that you wish to sell on Amazon does not contain barcodes, UPCs, Gtin or EANs. What do you do about it? Is there a way that you can sell your own manufactured products on Amazon? What is more beneficial, an individual seller account or a professional seller account? Is there a subscription fee for selling on Amazon? The answers to all these questions will be answered in today's episode by myself, Mighty Coach, on TikTok and YouTube. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button here and make sure to go ahead and follow me on TikTok at Mighty Coach. The most frequent question that I received this month was, what kind of seller account should you have to sell on Amazon? Can I just get started with an individual selling account, or should I just start with a professional seller account on Amazon? The answer to this question will depend on you. There are many pros and cons for individual versus professional account. For example, the individual selling plan on Amazon does not require you to show a valid trade license in the UAE. Instead, Amazon asks you to show either a valid utility bill or your bank statement or a valid credit card statement, along with your valid national ID. But coach, you keep saying that you need to have a valid trade license for either of the plans, individual or a commercial account. Why is that? This is because when you choose the individual selling plan on Amazon, Amazon directly assumes that you are the sole owner of the business that you conduct in the country where you're making the individual seller plan, which means Amazon assumes that you already have fulfilled all the trade laws of the country that you're applying from. For example, if you apply for a seller account on Amazon without a valid trade license as an individual selling plan, Amazon will approve it and allow you to sell. But the question here is, can you actually make trade transactions without having a valid trade license? Can you make purchases in bulk without a trade license? What about the VAT that you already paid in full price to your suppliers? How can you claim them back without a valid trade license or a VAT registration? The terms and conditions in Amazon's seller application clearly states that Amazon does not take any responsibility and assumes that the seller is fully complying with the country's trade laws. So go ahead and research on the country's trade laws. The reason why Amazon gives you an opportunity to sell on their platform as an individual, that is because it is presumed that you will be doing a small-time business on Amazon and you will face a lot of constraints and limitations in your individual selling account. For example, an individual seller account and a professional seller account has many differences. And one of the features that an individual seller does not enjoy as compared to a professional seller is that an individual seller cannot keep additionally applying for approvals to sell on different product categories. Individual sellers cannot upload products in bulk, nor will they be qualified for top placement on a product detail page. An individual seller cannot run ads to generate demand for their products. So go and do your research before you apply for an individual account versus a professional commercial account. Now the question is, can you sell products on Amazon that does not contain a GTIN, a barcode, a UPC or an EAN to identify their products? In this case, you can apply for a GTIN exemption for your product category that you need to sell on Amazon, which does not have a UPC or a barcode, and you need to provide them with relevant details to get your product categories without barcodes approved. And if you have your handmade products or your own brand names, or you manufacture the product yourselves, or if you manufacture these products overseas with your own branding, you can definitely ask for a brand registry of your brand so that you can start listing your branded products on Amazon with an NIS file or an inventory uploader file so that you can upload in bulk. But be careful, you should note that some features might not be available for the individual selling plan. Someone also asked me that, do sellers have to pay a subscription fee or an annual fee? As of now, Amazon has not introduced such a fee in the UAE. If a subscription fee was to be implied, Amazon would make this data public and announce it to all the sellers. Now the next question is, what happens when you want to sell a brand that you already have purchased and have inventory of? However, Amazon is not accepting the seller application as of now. This usually happens when there is a specific MSRP to be followed to keep the market price of a specific brand or a product SKU with a stable market price, which is why Amazon limits their number of sellers for the specific brand or the SKU so that there is no price competition and the price of the product remains as per the merchant's suggested retail price for a stable price standardization. The next most frequent question that I receive is, can we sell on Noon.com and Carrefour without a valid trade license? The answer is no, because Noon and Carrefour straight ahead asks for trade license to be shown before you create a seller application. And specifically for Noon.com, you need to have your trade license as old as at least 1 year, and you should also provide a company bank account. And that's a wrap for today's question answers. So don't forget to go and hit that subscribe button here. follow me on TikTok at MightyCoach. Put your questions in the comment down below and hit me up on my email address. And see you on the next one.